welcome to yet another episode of the Tom Thinking series. My name is Thomas Malunda. I want to use this opportunity to send a shout out to the guy behind the camera, Banya Collins. If at all you want classic quack like the one you're looking at currently, please check him out. You can find him on his social media handles, Banya Collins. You'll be able to tap into that talent. Well, today I would like to talk to you about one factor that separates the top achievers from everybody else. You know, Tom Thinking series is about inspiring you, bring the music out of you. So however much you get that music within you, which is basically talent or potential, and do not put into practice the factors that have been studied over years to be the ones that determine whether the person attains success or not, then that music won't benefit you. So this factor is called time. Oh yes, I don't know what you thought I was going to talk about, but it's time. So the number one thing that separates the top achievers from everybody else is how they use their time. How do you use your time? Time is very important. How? In a particular set of time, which could be hours, minutes, you can be able to accomplish big tasks or accomplish little. So what separates the top achievers from everybody else is that they use their time to focus on the essential tasks rather than the trivial ones. You could be wondering about what the essential tasks are. So these are usually tasks that contribute to the biggest results in your life. There is a common rule, the Pareto rule, that 20-80 or 80-20, whatever you want to call it, which says that 20% of all the things that we do bring about 80% of the results. So the top achievers usually focus on the 20% of things and ignore the 80% because they know that it's the 20% that are going to contribute to 80% of the results. So they use their time only focusing on the 20%. And then the other people who are not in that category of the top achievers usually spend their time on the non-essentials. At the end of the day, the top achievers are getting big results, and then everybody else is having average or little results. How are you spending your time? You could be inspired to, start using your time well, but then the other thing that prevents people from executing tasks or utilizing their time very well is distractions. Oh yes, distractions. And these are usually in two forms. There could be others, but the major ones, at least in the era we are in, are two. One, people. So like you could be sitting, you're doing tasks, you're doing work, quality work, essential work. Someone comes in. Hey Tom, I want to talk to you. Hey Tom, I just want to check in. Hey Tom, this and that. What you need to know is that many people do not have goals. Many people do not have aspirations. Many people do not have a purpose. They're just they're just moving on aimlessly. So if at all you let them come in, then they're going to distract you. They're going to make you focus on their stuff and you lose track of the essential tasks. How would you manage them? One is you need to learn to say no. Oh yes. Somebody says, hey Tom, do you have a minute? No, I don't. I know it's hard to do, but it's possible. You don't have to be saying yes every time. Hey Tom, can you come for this? Oh yes, I'm available. Hey Tom, we have a wedding coming up. Are you available? Yes, I'm available. Hey Tom, you see my daughter is graduating. Oh yes. Graduating from what? From preschool. Oh yes, I'm available. Hey Tom, this, that. Yes. You find yourself, getting lots. You put on lots of promises which you cannot fulfill, or you try to fulfill, and in the process of doing that, you are losing track of the essential tasks. So you will run up like a headless chicken, helping everybody else, and at the end of the day, the essential tasks that you should be focusing on are going to be left out. So that's one. People. You need to manage people.
You need to have time scheduled in that nobody gets into that time. If anybody says, can I come at this time? Say, no, not at that time. Put out a particular time where you can meet people, and not everyone. Particular people who are going to add value to you. You shouldn't interact with everyone. Okay? There is a guy who made a statement that sometimes in life, you need to stay out of reach, but stay in touch. Stay out of reach, but in touch. In that a person can probably send you a message and you respond, but you are out of reach. So, by managing people, you'll be able to preserve your time to the essentials that will bring you big results. The second thing that is a big distractor for us is the phone. Oh yes, the phone. Imagine I'm here talking and the phone rings. I'll want to check who's calling. Imagine you're doing a good, high-level task and the phone rings. You want to know, okay, who's checking on me? So number one is you need still to schedule time. There are particular times when you should not pick the phone. Of course, you may say, what if it's important? Well, if it's important, somebody will call you back. That's it. And then when you pick the phone, assuming it's important, you need to always have a notebook with you. Don't make calls without a book or somewhere where you're writing, because if at all you do that and it's an important call, you are going to miss out on important points, which eventually would come back to you, or you would need and you don't have them anywhere. So what do you do when you pick up the call? The first question should be, how can I help you? Somebody will call and they're like, hey, how are you? How is your mother? How is your father? How is business? They're not going to that point. You need to make people go to that point like, hey, how can I help you? So that they don't waste your time. If you let them flow, they are going to waste 30 minutes of your time without even bringing out a point. At the end of the 30 minutes, they're going to tell you, I just wanted to say hello. And they're going to leave your phone. That's time wasted. That's time that could have been invested into essential tasks, but which has been wasted on laughing, talking about who won the elections in Kenya, who did this. This thing is not helping you. People are building stuff. People are investing time building things which you're going to begin reading about. So instead of using your time to build also, you're wasting it on phone. Unless it's important, don't take that call. If you need to take that call, be specific on the questions. How can I help you? Have an agenda. If at all the points are done, tell the person, sorry, I have something else to do. Bye. If at all they're very talkative, you can actually break the line. It will seem as though network has the issues, but you'll go off. Of course, someone may say, oh, that's rude. That's how you can manage some of the people who are going to be on your back wasting time. Or you need to tell people that, hey, I can't call you now. Can I call you later? Okay? Ask if at all it's urgent. Like, is it urgent? If they say no, tell them, please, let's talk later. So don't just pick up the phone for the sake of picking up phones. Okay? So those are the two distractors. People and then phone. The other thing in phones, before even anybody comes in, is social media. Many people, you looking at me, you're addicted to social media. You can be on an important task, working, a message pops up, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and you want to check it. You need to discipline yourself to have time cut out where you can only focus on the work or the task that you gotta be doing, such that you maximize that time. Then probably the break you can check on the messages that need to be checked on. But when you're doing important tasks, don't check that phone. I hope that this has been insightful for you. I don't want you to be on the other side. I want you to be among the top achievers. These are people who prioritize their time. They are so sensitive to time. They ensure that nobody gets into the time which they've allocated for essential tasks. Are you doing that? If you're not, I hope that this video can help you to get inspired and start using your time well. Until next time, God bless you.